there, welcome to the Volcano House. Please,
thank you.
Step inside. Well, okay, I will just show you around the place. As you can see, the style of the furniture is Icelandic-Danish from the 60s. So it's a very cozy place. There are 4 siblings who have this place. There are 3 brothers and 1 sister. And 2 of the brothers are here, Harbour and Thorir. Very Icelandic names.
This is the island Surtsey that came up in 1963. It is very close by Westman Islands, where I come from. I can show you some pictures of what happened in Westman Islands in 1973, 10 years later than Surtsey. In Westman Island lived about 5,000 people at the time in 73, and the volcano started at the night time. People were so lucky because it had been very bad weather the day before, and all the boats were in the harbour. But at the time the volcano started, the wind had gone down, and everybody was able to use the boats to get away. They got away that night, most of the people, and in the morning time. My family came here, and we had to stay in Reykjavik for months afterwards. You can see on the pictures here how the houses broke down and burned. It was very critical. At that time, people didn't know what was going to happen and if they could ever come back. But a year later, I was confirmed. I was one of the first children that confirmed at the time. And the town was getting to start the normal life again. People had been very good to clean up the town, and now life goes on as usual.
This is Joel, and I have collected these stones since I was maybe 5-6 years old.
And it also takes a passion to do it. I mean, to go up to the mountains in the summertime to look at the nature, and you can see all the geological history of the country. Just like our guests, when they come here, they can see these beautiful things that he has collected. We can see the story of the earth. Like he said, this was Iceland has been made by many volcano eruptions, one after another, in the last 20 million years. So here we can see that once, where this stone has grown inside, there was not tree. There was a tree. There was a whole different landscape, and we can see it today. And it's so beautiful that you can come here down in the center of Reykjavik to see all these things together, and then maybe before you just go and visit the place in itself. But here you can see these things, and also the films, of course.
The one about the Westman Islands and the other one about the eruption in Eyjafjallajökull 2010.
When you drive around Iceland, you can see these piles of stones. They are everywhere. They are along the roads. But in the past, these piles of stones, they were used to indicate the road or the path. Because before we had these big roads, we had, well, in Iceland there are not big roads, but before we had the roads, we have only the paths to go on. And when the weather was bad and there was snowing, if you could find the pile of stone, you were safe, because then you knew you were on the right path to where you were going. And if you want to see how they are made, really, because it's very beautiful to see how they made these piles or cairns, you can come here to the Volcano House and see one for real. And then you can also have some coffee with our guests.